Good morning, everybody. It's Thursday morning. I hope you're going to have a fantastic Thursday. We've been in our devotional series, have been looking at the various names of God. And God had a way over the course of human history to reveal himself in many different ways. And it's intriguing because every time he revealed himself, certainly in the Old Testament, he revealed himself and people would give to him a different name, indicating what they had experienced of God. In the beginning, they just knew him as the Creator God, but over the course of human history, he has progressively revealed himself to people, and every time he did that in a new way, they would give to him a new name. The prophet Ezekiel gave to God that beautiful name, Jehovah Shammah, which is a beautiful name which simply means God is there. And he was talking about the New Jerusalem, how Ezekiel was trying to inspire the people to change their ways, to return to God. And he spoke about this beautiful place that God will prepare. And in his excitement and in the last words of his prophecy, he says, and the name of the city, that's the New Jerusalem, is Jehovah Shammah, because Jehovah is there. Now, we've been looking at this in different ways, and we have worked out there are a number of places where clearly God is, and there's some places where he clearly is not. There are some places where apparently he is, but is not. But today I want to talk about where he apparently is not, but actually is. The strangest sort of little cliche thing. But I find it amazing that God has a way of turning up in the strangest situations. God has a way of appearing at the strangest time, in the strangest guise that you could possibly find. And God is always doing strange yet wonderful things. Have a look at even the story of Joseph. Who would have thought that God would be with Joseph in a slave pit? Who would have thought that God would appear and be with him at a time of his greatest need? That he was with him when he was a steward and when he was in subjection in prison. God is a way of turning up in the strangest of places. We have a look at Christmas. Who would have thought, people, that God Almighty would come up with a plan to appear to mankind in the form of a little baby? He appears in the strangest places, in the strangest guises or even disguises that you could possibly imagine. There's the disciples in the sea, and Jesus appears to them. Who would have thought that God would appear to his disciples on the sea in the middle of a storm? God appears in the strangest of places. There's Jesus at the point of a crucifixion, and at the end, as he died, the Roman centurion declares, surely this was the Son of God. What is God doing hanging on a cross? You see, God appears in the strangest of places. There's Stephen in the book of Acts, and Stephen is being stoned, and he looks up to heaven and he sees Jesus, and Jesus is looking down at Stephen saying, hang in there, I know it's tough, they're taking your life away, they're pounding you with stones, but I am with you. And he appears to Stephen at a time of Stephen's greatest need in a way that Stephen would never ever have thought or even wildly imagined. Think again of the upper room after the crucifixion of his own crucifixion, his death, and he appears to his distracted and distraught and disappointed and despairing disciples in an upper room. The last person they thought would appear to them that day would have been Jesus. But Jesus was there. Jesus has a way of turning up in the strangest of places by the strangest of means. The other day, I was down in a hardware shop. I was doing some gardening and I needed to buy some stuff and a bit of a building thing. And I was in my old, work clothes and a tatty old t-shirt and my hat. And I went into the shop and I saw somebody that I knew, somebody from the church. So I greeted them and they looked at me and they thought, do we know this guy? Do we? And suddenly they looked at me and said, yeah, we do know this guy. This is the pastor from our church. And they said to me, man, we didn't recognize you. Of course you didn't recognize me. I'm not wearing my normal kit. I'm normally extremely well dressed, by the way. You do know that. I said fashion trends, But anyway, these people didn't recognize because of the way that I appeared to them in the strange. Who would have thought that the pastor would hang out in a departmental store, in a hardware shop? Who would have thought that you'd find me there? Well, I hang out in some of the strangest of places. Be careful, be careful. But isn't Jesus like that? With disguises, sometimes he comes and he appears to us in the strangest circumstances, but be assured he is there. Keep your eyes open for God. Keep your eyes open for him when he may appear, and you just may not recognize him, but he will be there. Have a look at the issues around the world today with this coronavirus thing. I'm intrigued by the number of stories I've heard of people who found Jesus during this particular time. Who would have thought they would find Jesus at a point of coronavirus? In the depth of the depression around the world over corona, Jesus has a way of appearing. Jesus came to those people, and those people have come to faith at a time when they never thought they would, under circumstances that they never would have guessed, in a way and a means that only God could do. People, have a look at your circumstances today. Have a look and see if God isn't coming to you at a time when you think he's least likely to appear in a guise or a disguise that maybe you don't recognize right now. So today, please keep your eyes open. God may be a lot closer than you think. Have a great day. Cheers.